how I hate, like, that's how I keep, if when I went out to go look at the minutes, I was like. So, that's how I'm frozen on the town website.
There's no parking outside, so God knows where Denver is.
Yeah, I know, you need more parking space.
Well,
Hopefully we'll get a new DPW
Yeah.
coming soon.
They're
Well,
opening
that-
up
that's
because
it.
it's
We talked about
close of
that at the
business.
land bank last night.
So people are going home making spaces.
Here she is.
Sorry. Hello there. Good afternoon, I'm Lee Saperstein, Chair of the Cemetery Commission. We're all assembled here for the 3 p.m. meeting of Wednesday, August the 12th, 2026. For the record, the meeting is being opened at 3:05 p.m. after a very nice photograph was taken for the town's e-news. Now, an agenda was sent around, and what we're going to do is ask if there are any public or commissioners' comments before we approve the minutes. And then we're going to go into the meeting.
I have a comment. I sent you an email. I'm having terrible email problems. I didn't understand what you wanted me to do for the minutes, nor could I find, because of my email problems, previous minutes to add the phrase that you told me. So I have not sent out the minutes.
But I have.
You have? Did everybody get them? Because I didn't.
I did this morning.
This morning.
Yeah.
There have been a lot of email problems and a lot of phone problems.
Yeah.
I didn't get an agenda either.
I just went to the town, I went to our
We didn't get the
website,
agenda.
printed it out.
Yeah, there's been a lot of hiccups with everything.
Let me see here.
So this is our secretary, Jason Finger, who's suggesting that agendas and minutes were not distributed totally. And if that's the case, we'll defer approval till the next meeting.
The minutes are in the portal, just so everyone knows, like even though I didn't get it as an email, when I go to the portal and I see the agenda for today, I do also see the minutes for the last meeting in the same place. So they
were collected.
yes, but we didn't receive an email about them. I don't know if that is to be expected.
I didn't go to the website.
I
so-
was just there.
I didn't receive them.
I hear you both. And
Okay.
I'm suggesting that I resend them to everybody.
Okay.
Oh, what we have is when I create a listing of members, the website now automatically creates a list serve. And I manipulated that list serve to see that you were all on it, but we'll do it again.
I did get the agenda, which is weird.
You got the agenda.
I mean, I have no phone at work, like no phone. Weird stuff is going on, so.
Just for the heck of it. Is this one carrier or all carriers? Your carrier, Jason?
Is Verizon at work for my phone line. So,
I'm ready to you too. Oh, excuse my,
yeah, my cell phone's having serious issues too.
Couple more weeks.
I know, yeah, I mean, that was the thing, my husband sent me a text that said, I'll meet you outside in a minute to drop something off, and I stood outside like an idiot for 5 minutes, and then I went back and I said, where are you? And he's like, that was the text I sent this morning, but I didn't get it until 2 o'clock,
yeah.
so,
That's an ouch.
oh well.
And so just very quickly. Way back when in September of 2020, I was treated with radiation for pancreatic cancer. And it was successful. But this month, the doctors are probing the inside of my liver to find out why there's a blockage. And so if I look a little stumbly, or if I'm hugely dependent on my guardian angel, it's getting cleaned up. The tube that was installed is supposed to be removed sometime in September. This isn't wood, but it's plastic. Hopefully that I will be restored to utility. That's me. Now. Yes.
As a commissioner, I have several items.
Oh, okay. Back to item number one.
The photo we just had is to go with a report that the town asked from describing our committee. And
Which you most graciously provided.
which I did, I sent a draft and Jason found a typo, so I corrected it. And I sent the corrected one to you for our records, and the photo has just been taken. Secondly, we have letters of appreciation for Scott and also for Barbara that we'll be signing. And to Scott, we're sending, as a token of appreciation, a copy of this one. And since Barbara already has a copy, to her, we're sending a copy of this. How to be grateful, because we are so grateful.
No, the fine print. An Aztec guide to the art of gratitude
Yes.
from the
Amazing.
Pablo of
Texcoco.
Texcoco.
Yeah, but translated by myself and Tammy.
Oh,
Amazing.
okay.
So it's appropriate because we are also grateful. Right?
Yeah.
So shall we sign these
Sure.
letters?
Yeah.
That's so please around with a pen.
And Charlie, you'll mail these out.
Yes.
Barbara and Mark are away until the end of the month, so they don't get this until.
So the story of this little pen, this cross pen, is it was given to me when I was 13 years old,
Oh, my goodness, it's lovely.
and it broke.
Oh.
So I sent it off to Cross, and I said, it's supposed to have a lifetime guarantee. What represents a lifetime? Mine or the pens? And they said, well, if it has a certain appreciation for you, we'll fix it.
That's nice.
Now I discover that Nantucket Office Products no longer carries the refills.
Yeah.
But.
But Amazon does.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
Good.
I have additional comments. The film showings, from the Helsinki screening that Mark and Barbara and I did, I got connected to a Dr. Alina Scott, who was very interested in it, and she's probably going to visit Nantucket before the end of August. And when she does, I will take her on a tour of the cemetery. Secondly, we had another showing of the film at the Saltmarsh Senior Center in July. We had 35 people to see it, which was very nice. And Paul Sanderson, the videographer, plans to submit the film for next year's Woods Hole Film Festival. I didn't even know there was a Woods Hole Film Festival, but considering that.
Whatever Nantucket does, Woods Hole can do better.
So our film continues to have a life.
Good, excellent.
So, and then, yeah, the other thing was, I asked Lee, because I got a query about, wasn't Ludlow going to be doing something in New North Cemetery? And Lee explained to me that, first of all, the weather kept them from doing it. Then the fact that it wasn't mowed and there were a lot of ticks, and now the summer is upon us. And so I gather they're going to resume their work after Labor Day.
Yeah, and that's under maintenance item number
Oh,
one.
okay, so I'm done.
Thank you, Fran. And thank you for your help to the commission. So I broke issues before us up into major topics. And the first major topic is our role as administrators of the cemeteries. And the first step is we need to approve lot sales to Leonard Liebert in Pulpus Plot G2 and Jeanette Hudson in Pulpus Plot J31. And I just double checked with our cemetery administrator, is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So if somebody would like to move, Alan,
I can second.
I'll second it.
Oh, Fran,
no, I heard,
Oh, did somebody else already?
I heard Jason.
Oh, okay,
I muttered, sorry.
okay.
Okay, since we're on video, even though I don't think we have a guest on video, it is being recorded. So we're gonna ask for approval by roll call vote. Fran,
Aye.
Alan,
Aye.
Jason,
Aye.
Amelia,
Aye.
and Lee votes aye, unanimous.
On that point, Lee, in terms of meeting people at the cemetery, showing them where the lots are and so on. I'll be happy to continue that. I think I gave you all my forms.
You did, and Alan, I had two requests for help. They were very definitive about when they wanted to come, which was exactly when I had family coming. And we're still organizing for a date, and we're moving up into September. But
So one of those was Jocelyn Long. One of the people we were going to give a visit to was Jocelyn Long.
that name doesn't ring a bell.
Oh, then there's two others. Well, Jocelyn had wanted to do it in July. We put it off till August. I'll tell her. We put it off till September. Okay,
Okay. We also are responsible for approving any interments or monuments, and that's what I mean by installation approvals. Charlie, do we have any?
We do, we have two. So I'll pass down to me.
All right. This is for Thomas Austin III. For his father, sorry, wife. And what I'm looking for, Charlie, is section subdivision number E. Oh, there it is. It's for the record, E24 in Paulus for Jean, Jean Austin. No. Jean is the one making the application.
I believe there might be two.
And it's Thomas Austin III in E24. So let me be clear. Thomas Austin III, Pulpus E24. And what we need is a move of approval. And this is for interment. And they're planning on doing this on September the 15th.
I believe that layout of the stone are also included.
Ooh. Scotty's been busy.
So there's one for Thomas and then there's one for his wife who is not yet deceased.
That's the only way we found out a family member's age, because she refused to tell anybody her age, and her husband died.
Very
first.
nice, very simple.
And she did that.
To me, this is approvable but motion and second,
Motion to accept those.
okay.
Second,
In favor?
Aye.
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 And the chair votes aye. All right, so you let me apply my efficacious ink. Charlie, just where about, am I confirmed with?
We can do them at the end, because I have to sign also.
Yeah, but where do I sign?
I think it's on that one might be on the third page. There should be a thing where it says cemetery commission chair and then cemetery administrator, which would be me. Down at the bottom there.
Yeah, you signed this line.
Thank you all for your help. And the next one is for Maria. Or alternately Mariah Kellner. Who's in F21 in Paulus. And the burial will be.
I believe it's the 19th.
August 19th, 2026.
That's soon.
And there is a stone. So approval will be for the interment and for the stone.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, Jason. Let me just make a note to myself.
Alan did the second.
Jason made the motion and
Second.
favor,
Mhm.
Alan,
Aye.
Aye.
and the chair votes aye. Here to you.
Thank you.
Lee, just a point of information, how, did they contact you or did they contact you or
This is the first I've seen them.
So they emailed in to Carrie.
to Kara?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you were here when a good servant of DPW opened this thing up, that was Carrie Drayton, who's the office manager here at DPW. Now, we have the ubiquitous other. Charlie, is there anything more?
No other for administration.
Okay. Maintenance issue. We look after fences and mowing. And let me just make a comment, Charlie, that mowing seems to be in better order now.
Yes, we're doing much better than we were.
Yeah, exactly. This isn't the same crew that was doing it before. Is
No,
this
it's a different crew, and we're actually back out to bid. For the next 2.5 years, currently it will close next Tuesday.
Yeah. But these guys did a great job.
So Charlie, is that why it was re-advertised?
Yes, so after we terminated the contract that we signed in the spring with the man who obviously wasn't mowing anything. In order to do a rapid or procurement as possible, we only did it for like eight weeks or so to keep below a dollar value, so we could so we didn't have to go through the whole month-long
Right,
process of advertising this. Otherwise, we still wouldn't have everybody under contract.
right.
So we did a very short term to get us to the end of August.
So my guardian angel, she says, why do you buy the INM and what takes you so long to read it? I said, there's all sorts of good stuff in there, including legal advertisements. And in this case, an announcement of the landscaping service.
Yeah, so we'll close that on Tuesday. And hopefully, the gentleman who's doing it now was very excited to rebid on everything.
Good.
Again, so we'll hopefully keep on.
Is there, I'm just backing up a little bit, anything on fences?
There are, we're actually in pretty good shape in most cemeteries. Actually, the landscaper, Grady, let me know there are a handful of broken rails at the Indian burial ground. So I've got a work order in for those to be replaced.
Thank you.
We generally circle back to split rail with the DPW crews in the fall. They're very busy on roadside mowing right now, so we kind of count up all the broken rails, and we'll go out and do mass repairs in the fall.
Those are solid white oak. Do
Or
you have-
cedar, I think.
Do you have a sale for people who have wood stoves?
You know, we've got a bunch stacked up out back, the broken ones. Sometimes they make it back, sometimes they get to the dump.
That's between you and the chair of DPW. I've got two items, lot layout at Pulpus and review new lot markers. I was out to Pulpus and I saw where a great number of pretty silver markers have been poked into the ground. Are there any more to go?
We are done, Alan and Scotty, I believe.
Yeah,
completed that project.
I was out there the other day and that what happens is don't know if those monuments or those markers sink in the ground or it's the grass grows over. It's a combination. I went out, I got a call from someone who had purchased a lot. They didn't remember what lot it was and all that sort of thing. So I met them at the cemetery and I told them which lot it was, and then to find it, I took a screwdriver with me to punch in the ground where, and that's how I found the number. This was
Are
like,
they aluminum or steel?
They're steel.
A magnet would do.
Yeah, and the big steel pen it's also
yeah,
steel.
but it is, it is kind of difficult to locate them. I suggested, I think this was a while ago, that we mark the rows with, get a stone or something with the letters A through F or D or whatever the number of letters are. So we at least knew which row was which. We could do the same thing with the numbers along the bottom to have some sort of consistency so that you just had to, do the coordinates and that'll give you an idea where it is. But I would say about half the lots are difficult to locate. Because remember, we have in the initial layout of the lots, we had the silver marker in the center of the lot that had the lot number and the row it was in. And then we used these other markers, I forget where they came from. I think they were leftovers or something. And we used those as corner markers because it was difficult to locate the corners of where the lots were. So anyway, you'll find the combination of those, the corner markers we sprayed with green spray paint, so that when you go to find them, you'll find the corners there. You'll find in the center, at the base of the lot, the steel one or the whatever they're made out of, with the lot number and the row on it. So those, they all should be in place. The trouble is finding them because the grass, the moss, everything, grows over them.
Ellen's made a suggestion for a somewhat more prominent identifier of the rows. And that might well go at the top of the hill, because rows extend against the fence with the two neighbors. It's not parallel to the road. The rows come down from above. Thoughts?
Yeah, I actually had ordered a sample. Their 4x4 granite letters, just hasn't arrived for today's meeting.
And that's review new lot markers. Deferred to the
Okay.
next meeting.
Well, partially. The other one I have for review new lot markers, this is a plot, try to make identifying vacant lots a little easier. So if somebody couldn't meet you initially, you could send them to the cemetery so they could view what lots are available. So a couple of the options would be is a slate, and I can letter these actually in my office. So we can mark, and the other one is much more simple, metal,
Interesting.
sign, which could be then put in like either the center or the toe of every open lot marker. And so essentially, if someone went up and said, I really want lot 8, they could see which ones are available by the marker, and they could honestly.
You have to have more than 100 of those.
No, they're easy. This took, these were actually purchased through Amazon. They're relatively inexpensive, and actually engraving that took less than a minute.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And you probably are not gonna have to mark a whole bunch of them.
No, it would just be the ones that are vacant for sale.
And
But there are, with
Yeah,
the layouts.
there are rows and rows of them, but everybody wants to go to the top of the hill.
Yeah, it wouldn't take long. I mean, I made all, if you've seen the new tree tags that are out, I printed over 1,000 of those to be installed. So this would be,
It's not like
simple.
you're hand parting them,
No, yeah, it's laying out a laser. It's very simple.
That's incredible.
So if we did the slate, they could actually almost take this off and bring it into the office and say, I'd like
Yeah,
this
So
lot
try.
number, and then it would be out of the field. But it was just an option. I was thinking if somebody wanted to go and take a look to see what was available, if you weren't able to meet them, that it just made it,
it's a really, really helpful suggestion.
I think you have unanimous consent to go ahead.
is there a preference of style?
Do you have a preference?
It does. I had to paint this.
Oh,
So I was sitting in my office with a white pen, like I'm putting it in and then buffing it off because it's.
Yeah.
I have a different laser at home that I'm gonna take one of these and see if it gives a different outcome. It just,
Charlie, whatever's easiest.
yeah,
I would say then the other one.
yeah, they both have ups and downs. These would require a little more work to paint in. These obviously would sit a little bit higher, they're a little more. I don't wanna say fragile, but if a deer comes by and kicks it, we'll just have to keep an eye on it for.
Feed whacking.
Yeah, for busted slates, but again, they're not,
We could do a pilot program and put some out and see what the deer do to them.
yeah, they're not, they're not incredibly expensive to do, and they're just,
I never worry about deer, I worry about 16-year-old males.
Mhm.
fortunately, Pulpus, I don't think it's that much. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Foot traffic like Newtown does.
I think this is a great idea because, as I say, it is difficult. I have been out there to meet with people for virtually every lot we've sold over the
And
years.
by the way, Alan, I will go as the lead. But your offer of help is gratefully accepted.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, I can figure out where most of the, the rows and stuff are, and with my screwdriver can usually find that, But this is a great idea to find out which ones are, vacant. Because I've been using a map that Carrie prints out. And so I have to look at, I think we have over 200 lots or 200 and some lots and to, find which ones are vacant. So I think this is a great idea. I think that-
Okay. So the question, moving on to the next bullet point. Update on Old North GPR survey. Do we have anything?
Still waiting for the results. I reached out to Jeff Hager and Richter, who did the survey, and they're finishing compiling the results for us. I hope to have it for you for next meeting.
Thank you. Actually, as soon as you have it, if you
I
could.
could distribute it, if as
Yeah.
long as the file's not gigantic.
Oh,
What's
this was
the company has been?
Hager and Richter.
This has to do with when you look at Old North. Standing on the road and looking at it, to the right, there's a field of monuments. To the middle and the left, there's nothing. And yet,
Hardly anything.
we suspect that the cemetery is filled. And so we've asked the ground penetrating radar people to take a run through there and see if they're graves.
Gotcha.
My suspicion, could be France as well, is that at one time they used wooden markers. Yes, so we look forward to that.
Now, there should be records, aren't there, of who was buried in Old North? I mean,
But that was so, because the burials began in the 1700s.
right,
And, yeah, I read a report that during the WPA period, one of the things they put people to work with was in fact cleaning up the brush and fencing Old North. And at the time, they found some fallen markers quite a bit underneath the earth.
exactly.
So it will be really interesting to see what ground penetrating radar shows us about that apparently vacant area.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Moving into the last major item. Our neighbors to the
Northeast.
I think it's the northeast, we're 262 and they're 268.
Oh, Pulpus, are you
At
talking?
Pulpus,
Yeah.
have listed their house for sale. Somewhere along the line, our town registrar needs to know that there's an encroachment judgment against these people, and that may affect their ability to sell. I don't know who does this, but it sounds like Tracy or Robert.
It would. It'd be Tracy or Robert.
Yeah, I thought we spoke to, or I spoke to Robert about this.
We have done on several occasions, whether or not
Rather,
they've put anything on the record, we don't know.
the issue with the encroachment, just for your information, is that there was a barn or a garage or was some structure. And that structure is about a foot or so into the cemetery. So it is an encroachment. And we negotiated with the neighbors for, I would say it was almost 15 years. It was back and forth. We had surveyors go up there and, all that sort of thing. And then the owners of the property were not very easy to deal with, or not very pleasant to deal with, but
It was them who initiated all this.
they are the ones. They came to this commission, this was 15 years ago, and said, once, because they knew she is a real estate broker herself, so she knew that there was an encroachment. And she came to the commission and said, can we do a land swap? So we agreed. We said, sure, we can. We sent surveyors out. I believe the commission's paid money for some of the survey work that was done. And
And we met with their lawyer who had no idea that they had initiated it. They thought that we had.
Said frankly, this is not high on my agenda. Okay, the upshot is that Tracy McDonald said, we can solve this with a license.
Yes,
Um. That license needs to be sought and completed, and then they can sell their house.
right, exactly. Now, one additional item to this, after, they walked away from any further negotiation as far as the land swap, they planted, big bushes on cemetery property to block the view. So those bushes, as I would say, are an encroachment also. We haven't done anything about it because they did obstruct the view of the house that's over there. But it's a pretty significant encroachment. And it is possible future burial space. As we know, the town has really the only burial space remaining is at Pulpus. With the exception of people that purchased lots at some long ago time. So anyway,
My thought about the plantings is that you could look at it as they have graciously donated plantings to us. And if in the future we needed to remove them for burials, we would be entirely within our rights to do it.
yeah, exactly.
I love that.
I did make that statement to the woman who was sort of behind this. I said, thank you for your donation of plants to, and she was pretty sniffy about it. So, turned around and marched away.
Okay, I will write another note to Tracy
Oh,
and
thank
Robert.
you.
That we need to get some kind of completion on this. The next item is Newtown. The recordable survey, I think, is done on 46.
I believe I haven't seen the result yet, but I did email Blackwell Associates for an update.
Okay,
But I thought I'd seen the crew out there, certainly here.
so you'll follow up on the status of the deed recording. And the item below is the remaining lots in Newtown. And Tracy McDonald is being very careful and cautious that she literally takes the land of Newtown, one lot at a time appropriately. And my job is to keep reminding her. So Charlie, if you get any inkling of anything happening on 40, 42, 44, my understanding is she wants to eventually put it into town meeting.
Yeah, I believe the plan was to get 46, is the big piece, to get that deeded,
Right,
bounds marked. And then we can work from there on the others.
so that's the agenda, other than old, new, and other business. And if you're happy with the agenda, we'll make sure you get it, and we'll keep posting stuff under these headings. Okay? Fran, you gave us your commissioner comments. Do you have anything else? All right. At this point, at 3:43 PM, we're adjourned. Yes, and I know we should do this formally, but I presume that Robert, in Robert's Rules of Order, prevails that when you get to